Happy Sunday, everybody. Got your coffee, got your paper pumpkin. So, if you would allow me, I would like to see if I could find myself going live on YouTube and then share it to Facebook because I know people are probably expecting me to go live in Facebook. So, let's find it. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so here it is. Let's see if I can watch live. Yay! To Facebook. Turn that sound down. All right, so let's share that out to Facebook. Let's see, can I change who I'm sharing as? Guess not. Group. Guess not. Okay, so I'm just going to share it on my Kelly Rose. Let's see if I can now go to, how that work? Let's see if I can go to Facebook and share it on Stampin' with Kelly. Okay, share that. Let's see if I can share it to a page. There we go. Stampin' with Kelly. Alrighty. I think I am posted. Alright, so anybody know what today is? If there's anybody watching, let me know if you know what today is, because it's kind of a fun day, and this is what I wanted to do on my, you know what. Alright, so I need to find this. I need to go to Stampin' with Kelly, and I need to find that share. So in case anybody leaves me any comments, I can watch and I can comment back to you. So, oh, I'm going to see it on YouTube. That'll be great. So yeah, because this is on YouTube, you are going to have to click over to YouTube to make comments, and I really hope that you will. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, you can join with your Google. All right, so I'm drinking Fog Chaser this morning. What kind of coffee are you drinking this morning? Fog Chaser is really delicious. And yeah, so, all right. So I have a foam pad out here because uh, these stamps that come in the paper pumpkin kit are photopolymer, and it is really recommended that you use a foam pad under your stamping. So I thought that the paper pumpkin was really cute, but a little confusing. So I thought I'd do a live to show how to put them together as is. And then I'm also going to show you a couple more because I want to show you some fun techniques that you can do. First one, this one's going to be really interesting once it's put together. And then this one, I want to show you a really fun technique on the trunk there. So this is just a tutorial. I'm not showing you anything new, but I think that you will definitely learn some things. All right, so first of all, let's get started with the stamping because this stamp set in the April Paper Pumpkin has this really cool tree. And oh, let me show you this. I wanted to show you this. So when I have recently started when I get my stamps, stamping them out on to a piece of Whisper white paper because then you get the best image. If you use some other cheap sort of paper, like copy paper, you're not going to get how the image is really going to look because you're going to get bleeding and it's not going to be as beautiful as stamping on Whisper white paper. It's just a fact. So So there's this tree, but on the paper pumpkin, you're going to stamp this twice, and I'm going to show you how. And it has these lovely sentiments, and I really like the font too. So I'm also going to do a Father's Day card for my brothers. So if they watch this live, they'll know what they're getting. So this actually lines up perfectly with the tree stamp. So hopefully I can get in here and get that lined up. If you can see the leaves under there, there we go. And those yellow dots will be right in the center of some of those shapes. Oh, hey, if you're watching me live, would you let me know that you're there and where you're watching from? So nice of you to join me on my birthday. All right, so see how I did get that on there pretty good. You can't even see the other leaves, so we're going to try the same thing on the other side. I think that this will really help seeing somebody else do this if you haven't tried your paper pumpkin yet for this month. Because I was a little confused when I looked at the instructions. Let's see if it's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth. Okay, so apparently you're going to experience buffering. I'm so sorry about that. I'm not sure what the problem is, but I will look into it when I'm done here. How do you like that? Isn't that pretty? I really like it. So it turned out really cool. All right, so that's the only stamping on here. Then you would stamp your greeting onto one of the enclosed flags. Family, where life begins and love never ends. And then these come with it, these little punch outs. There we go, like that. So I just glued those together. And then I need one of those tree trunks. So you get 6 of these. Just punch out nice and easily. And the way we're going to adhere this is, I'm going to grab my bone folder, give that a nice crease so it lays down flat. If you don't have a bone folder and you're making cards, you probably want to get one. So this tree is going to go in here like that, and we're going to glue just the trunk down here, and then this will be glued on top as well. Then we'll put some birds in the tree, and that will be it. So super easy, just a little bit of stamping. I think that these are a lot of bang for your buck kind of cards, because these cards are not taking a lot of work. There's not ribbons to tie and all of that. So let's grab some birds. There we go. And these birds go both directions. If you see, so you need to make sure that if you want them to look at each other, that you're grabbing the right version of the birds that you want in the tree. And I do want to use those little glue dots. Have I misplaced the little glue dots? Apparently I have, so I'm going to have to grab my own glue dots. That's too bad, because I wanted to show you how I get the glue dots off of the paper. I thought I had everything right here. Oh well, guess I don't. All right, so let's grab a couple of glue dots for the bottom of the tree. Just putting it right there. And lining that up to where I want it. There we go. So I'll grab another glue dot for the bird. So I'm going to put this on the branch because I don't want it to extend past the branch. Otherwise, when I put this in the envelope, the glue will be, or the bird will be glued down to the tree, and I don't really want that because I want you to be able to lift the tree up when you open the card. There we go. Sweet. Okay, another glue dot for the other bird. There we go. Alrighty. So I got my birds in the tree, and now I'm ready to put my greeting on. And that is literally all there is to it. It's such an easy project this month, but really pretty too. There we go. I could have used the dimensionals for the greeting, and perhaps should have, but if you use those big glue dots, they're kind of dimensional anyway. There, isn't that pretty? And then I can write a whole letter, or I could, make this a birthday card for someone in my family. And so I'm not going to stamp anything on the inside until I decide how I'm going to be using that card. So the color is Pear Pizzazz, and I am not using that ink spot. It's kind of small. All right, so here's the next one. All right, let me show you how I did this, because this comes folded up in a different direction. So it comes folded up like this, okay? So in order for you to get this to fold up the right way, you are going to have to completely unfold it. And then you'll fold back over on top of the green design. And then this portion right here that is already scored for you will fold back. And again, use your bone folder. So you'll notice that the mountains and valleys are not coming out the suggested way normally, but this is the way that the card goes together nicely. All right. So this one uses this beautiful leaf sprig. Okay. Am I doing this right? Oh no, it uses this panel first. Okay. So that little background panel with these lovely sentiments regarding family. And so I'll just use some glue. I'm going to grab my multi-purpose glue. We all have glue, right? We don't have to use those glue dots that I lost, do we? So add in a little liquid adhesive glue, and then just looking at the edges of my card to see that I kind of have that balanced. All right. So on the back of my leaf, my little punch out leaf, I'm going to use the dimensionals. So what are you guys doing this? It's your birthday today too, Ahmed? That's so cool. We have the same birthday. Yay. Thanks for joining me. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you're drinking coffee, what kind of coffee are you drinking? I'm really having a thing lately with coffee. All right, let's take these off. Here we go. That was a lot of dimensionals, but it's worth it. Okay. And then what I've done is I've gone ahead and stamped the I'll always be here for you. And I just use my snail, but you can use your glue dots that come in your kit. And then I'm going to put this right here. So because it's going to be going on top of this leaf that's already standing up, I'm only going to put a couple of dimensionals right here on this side. A little bit of my glue is showing, so that'll help keep it in position as well. There we go. Just like that. So I think that this is, these are great cards to send out right now, because we kind of need each other. Wow, in a big way. This is really a strange time. If you are on any kind of forced or suggested isolation, um, it's kind of weird. All right, so these are the little pearls that come in the kit. And again, I like to use my Take Your Pick tool. I'm using the pointy end. The other end works just as well for this. Well, as a matter of fact, the putty end. I'll go ahead and show you the putty end. So I just push, and it picks it right up. And then push, and there's my third. Super fun. Or I can scoop it up with my pokey tool, the pokey end. Okay. So either end I think works nicely for picking up those little jewels. Isn't that sweet? I love it. So then again, I could stamp that inside with some other greeting or one of these greetings that's with the kit and mail that off to a wonderful member of my family. I do have a really, really wonderful family. Okay, so now for the super fun part. I want to show you the Mother's Day card that is on the back of your instructions. So it's going to use this card base. So I already showed you how to fold that up. And it's going to use two of the leaves. So I don't think that I'm going to have enough to, oh yeah, I will still have enough to finish. So there is an extra leaf punch out, which is great because I'm going to use two on here. There. So when I'm done here, I'm going to go make homemade biscuits. I haven't had homemade biscuits in a really long time, and nobody else is going to make my breakfast for my birthday, so I might as well do something that I want, right? Okay, I'm going to need some butterflies, so I'll get those out handy. And I'm going to need one of the large green sentiments. There it is. And I'm also going to need the smaller one, smaller white one. And I'm going to need a little bit of that ribbon. I think I see that. Great. Okay, so I'm going to get my sentiments stamped. And it says, to my wonderful mom. So that was my glue falling down. My wonderful mom, I think this is it. So before I stamp and make a mess of this, I'm going to practice. Practice stamp. Oh yeah, that's on straight. Good. So if I just line my, now I'm going to need room for my mom. If I line the bottom of my block up with the bottom of the flag, mostly straight. All right, now I need to find the mom. And I'm going to wing it. Yikes. Excellent. Okay. Now, happy Mother's Day. This is it. And I'm just going to go for it. If it doesn't turn out, I'll just turn the tag over because it's white. Yay. All right. So I wish I could find those little glue dots because they would actually be quite perfect for what I'm doing here. No, I'm going to use a little snail. That is going to go right on there like that. And then I'm going to grab one of those yellow punch outs. It's going to get layered up on there like that. And then a little ribbon. So again, I'm just going to use a little snail. And grab hold of that ribbon. Oh, pretty. I didn't even check to see what that color was. It's probably the Cocoa Rose. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm pulling the ribbon straight, kind of holding it down on this side and holding it down on and yanking it on this end so it gets glued down there nice and straight. Grab my ribbon scissors. There we go. Great. Now my greeting is all ready to go. And by the way, use these ideas that you see on your paper pumpkin kits to build your own cards. This is a great way to layer stuff up and make a really nice, add some great interest to your cards, your own card greetings. So I'm going to set that aside and let's do the rest. So this one I'm going to put under here like this. I'm going to grab that mono adhesive glue to glue this one down. So just a few little dots of glue. Now the example showed this leaf stem showing up, and so perhaps it wasn't a card that was, had this interesting fold, but I decided to just go ahead and put that on the inside. And then this one's going to go this direction. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. That. So really the greeting is the thing that took the longest on this. So my ribbon is a little long, but I don't think that's gonna be too bothersome. So I'm gonna add dimensionals. Seeing where I want this, it looks like the dimensionals need to go mostly on this um, seafoam flag where I have my greeting. Easier to get those up with my take your pick tool. Oops. And I want to be generous because this is going to be moving on the card a little bit. So I want to make sure that this stays in place. So that's why I'm going to add so many dimensionals to this portion. There we go. Make sure those are all covered. They are. Sweet. Alrighty. Now let's add some of those sweet butterflies on here. Let's do one here and one right here. Okay. So I think I can add dimensionals to both of those. Let's see if this little, I think these are the mini dimensionals. And it still is too big. Okay, so I'm going to put that back. And I'm going to cut one of my dimensionals in half. But I need some scissors for that. I might take your pick tool again. Now I'm just getting half of a dimensional. There we go. And then we'll put one half on one wing and the other half on the other wing. And see why this take your pick tool is so handy in this situation. That guy down there. And let's do surgery on the dimensional again. Now, if you don't feel like doing this much bother cutting your dimensionals apart, then by all means, just glue it flat. No one will know that it could have been lifted up on a dimensional. There we go. And I think we need some pearls on this, don't you? Let's use the yellow ones. Two, ta-da! That was pretty easy, I think. Didn't take too much time. I'm loving that these are a lot of bang for your buck without spending lots and lots of time. Okay, so the last one that I want to show you is the one that I want to do for my brothers, and here's the paper that I have. Okay, so I'm going to be stamping the treetop that comes in the April Paper Pumpkin Kit. Oops, I didn't want to use green, did I? I wanted to use Mango Melody. That means I need to clean that stamp. And while I'm here, I might as well just clean them all. All the ones that have green ink on them. Look at that mom go. She's dirty. There we go. And the To My Wonderful. I'll use that. Okay, I think I got them all. All right. Excuse me, time for a sip of coffee. All righty. Let's get this baby done. Right, I'm going to just do one of these images. And I want a lot of ink on this. So I really want to just give it some time to soak in. There, love it. The reason why I wanted to work so hard to get a lot of ink on here, and I have recently re-inked this pad, is because I wanted some variation of color. I didn't really want this exact same color in all of the leaves. And you see there that I have some of that variation of color throughout the stamp. So that's the kind of effect you're going to get when you get your stamp inked up really well. All right, so I'm going to need soft suede and terracotta tile are the other colors that I'm going to be using here. So soft suede is for my tree trunk. And I have a really fun little technique that I'm going to show you that includes a marker. So first, I will ink that up with soft suede, and then I'm going to take the brush end of the marker, which is also soft suede, and I'm just going to pounce on here. Now, you can start to see the texture that I've got on there. I don't really want it to be uniform, but if you do, I just want something sort of gnarly textury. So I'm going to go the other direction as well. And then I'm going to also do some diagonals because I just want it to be textury. And you could do this on any of your stamps. I could have done that on the leaves as well. All right, so ready to stamp. You're going to love the way this looks. So I'm going to get that trunk right up there underneath my tree, trying to get it centered-ish. People are going to get this card from me and they're going to go, how did she do that? You love it? Let me know what you think. Hey, by the way, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would do that. Click subscribe and then hit the notify bell so that you know when I am going live. You will be notified, and you will be notified when I upload new videos. All right, so for the card base, I have got a piece of crumb cake, but I'm going to use this strip as added dimension on my card. So I need my paper trimmer. Actually, I think my mini paper trimmer would work for this if I could remember where my mini trimmer is. Oh, I think it's over here. All right. I also don't know what I did with my card, so here's my mini trimmer. And trim that off. Actually, I think what I'll do is cut it in half first. Half-ish. And then this and off as well. There we go. So I will use that for something else. And here's my card base. So this is just 5.5 by 8.5, which I'm going to fold up with my bone folder. All right. So this is going to go on here like that and like that. And it looks like I need to cut those down a little bit. I'm going to take about 1/4 of an inch off the end of each of those. So it looks like actually, did I want those shorter, smaller? Yeah, the example shows these actually smaller, so I'm going to cut even more off. Try these together. I'm going to cut another 1/2 inch off. And a little bit more. This is live, folks. I think that'll work. I just wanted it a little smaller. Good. All right, so let's get those glued on there. I'm not going to stamp anything more on there. Nope, I'm not. And I put the glue on the wrong way. Great. Okay, so let's do this. And then we'll just go ahead and put it down on the card. Since I've got my glue on the back ready. Anybody else do stupid stuff like that? Always providing a challenge for myself. There we go. Okay, ready. So again, this is going to be a Father's Day card. And I'm going to add a little bird to the tree. I want him to look at the Father's Day greeting. I'm going to stamp the Happy Father's Day on a separate sheet of Whisper White paper, or a separate little scrap of Whisper White. I might use 2 scraps. I'm also going to stamp the brother on a little scrap. So I just keep a drawer full of scraps of Whisper White right next to where I stamp. This is going to be fussy cut. The brother is going to be fussy cut out. There we go. And then I think I'm going to grab this color, and I'm thinking that it's probably shaded spruce. Yes, it is shaded spruce. On the back here, it will tell you what colors, and these are the 2 examples that I am showing. Happy Father's Day. And it doesn't matter if it's straight because I am going to cut all these words apart. And just in case I want a little extra room. Oops, that one didn't work. There we go. All right, so scissors. Close that up because getting green ink on stuff would not make me happy. Alrighty. Grab some paper snips. And just cutting close. I could use my little paper trimmer for this as well, but this seems to be just as easy. So happy. Fathers. I'm going to trim a little bit of that off the top. There we go. Happy Father's Day. And then brother will go beneath that. Uh-oh, I better grab that before I lose it forever. Oh, there it is.